All right, guys. So in other news, the most magical place in the world has a big, big, big problem. And that big problem is big, big, big ass adults in the lines and, pushing kids out the way. Boom, boom, get the hell out the way. I'm first. I'm next. Yeah, Disney has a huge problem right now with adults just going to Disneyland. Guys, Disney is made for children, okay? Disney is made for children. Got it? I hope you got it. Because Disney's made for children. I taken my kids to Disneyland a couple years ago. It was great. It was kids everywhere. There was bubbles everywhere. It was a magical kingdom. My girls loved it. But there was some adults in those lines that didn't have kids. And let me tell you, you know what? Let the video tell you, guys. Let the video tell you. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Also subscribe, comment, all that good jazz. And let's dive right in because this Disney adult problem is getting out of hand.
Disney adults. Now, I've honestly tried my very best to stay away from this topic, but here we are anyway. If at one point in any of you guys' life you've ever been children, you've most likely heard of Disney. Whether it be from watching a TV show aired on Disney like Zack and Cody or Hannah Montana, we don't speak about Hannah Montana, or even watching a Disney movie like Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty. The point is, you have experienced the Disney magic somewhere in your life. I mean, one of my favorite movies of all time is the Cars movie, and for those who don't know, it was made by Disney. However, years have passed, and like most people, I eventually stopped watching shows made for kids. I grew up and graduated to more adult shows like Breaking Bad or You, and I'm guessing most of you have done the same thing. However, I say most of you because there exists a portion of people who can't quite seem to let go of that Disney magic they once felt when they were a kid, and they are all adults now. Disney adults.
Attention Disney lovers! Who's ready for the most magical day? Come on! Oh my god! Oh my god! Stitch!
Now, before I continue, I want to emphasize that people have different interests, and just because their interests are different doesn't mean they should inherently be made fun of. However, Disney adults are a little different. They deserve to be made fun of, because not only are they obnoxious, they seem to be very strange. It's no surprise that searching the term Disney adults on any platform yields awful results. I mean, this article even describes them as the most hated group on the internet. And that's not an easy title to achieve. And don't even get me started on the Reddit search, because some people classify Disney adults as another species. Do you know how crazy that is? To be classified as another species? But low-key, they're not even that wrong. Imagine for a second, you take your kid to Disney because they're a kid and they love Disney. And then all of a sudden, you turn your head and see this. 40-year-old Princess Squad has arrived. Now look, is it strange? Yes. But is it the worst in the world? Not really.
It kinda is. It kinda is. Okay? I want to tell you guys about a situation that I ran into when I took my kids to Disney, okay? It was bad. It was not the best situation ever. So we're waiting in line. I think it was for the Peter Pan ride or something like that, right? So there was 3 adults in front of us. They're laughing, giggling, talking, all good. The line is... Disney has very long lines. Let me tell you that. If you do go to Disneyland, you're going to be standing in line for more than half the time. The rides are about 3 minutes long, but you're going to stand in line for about an hour. Good, give or take. So we're waiting in line, right? There's 3 adults in front of us. They look like, mid-30s, maybe some of them in their 40s. And then all of a sudden we get nearly close to the front of the line. One of them jumps on the phone and says, "Yeah, we're almost here. Come on up." Guys, let me tell you, there was a clan of like 15 adults that all squeezed through the line. 15! It's just me, my wife, and 2 kids. We're standing here and 15 more adults go ahead and they all look at us like, "Sorry, You should be waiting back there, okay? You should go to the back of the line. There's no fucking hold seats here. You can't fucking, there's no line pass. You can't hold someone's spot. I can understand one person, but not 15. So guys, that turned into a big old thing, and they eventually did let us go because, I mean, hey, we are just a family and you guys are a 15. You're going to take up the whole ride. There's other kids waiting here. You hear the kids crying, screaming. Kids don't want to wait. But this Disney adult thing is a little too far. It's gone too far.
I mean, Disney is a kids park, but adults are allowed to have fun. But then you turn your head again, and all of a sudden you see something like this.
Now everything's technicolor.
What's wrong with this?
A castle caused this. Looking at a castle. The backstory behind her.
Oh my gosh.
Do you play League of Legends? Microsoft has a brand new way to get Riot points.
Crying was that it was her first time seeing Cinderella's castle in Magic Kingdom. And look, I don't like hating on people unless their name is Jojo Siwa, but I really feel like it gets to a point. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, we get that you're excited, but don't you feel like this is a little much? I wouldn't even be cringed out if it was just like a few tears, but she's full on crying. Like, this is ridiculous. And honestly, I could turn a blind eye if this cringe was like an isolated case and there weren't many people like this, but no, there are actually a lot of people like this.
Really? Adults, like I said, adults will push and shove a kid out of the way at Disneyland. This is getting beyond real. Like, guys, don't we have access to iPhones? Can't you just Google the picture? I mean, it's cool to see it in person, but I mean, it's not that. It's just not all that. I mean, it's Disneyland. It's okay. It's supposed to be magical to the children, guys. There's some weird people out there, I'm just saying.
Yeah, so
she's hugging on to Miguel underneath that suit. Miguel's loving that hug. Miguel is loving that hug. He's like, oh yeah, come on in. Come on in. Come on, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Can you turn around and give me a hug?
what are we doing? Is this real life? It's like I'm trying my best to stay non-judgmental, but they're making it so hard. The caption of this TikTok starts out saying, when you see Goofy coming around the corner after you've waited 3 years to hug him again, which means she's already hugged him before 3 years ago. And yet still, for some reason,
Goofy
she's
in there.
crying.
Look at it.
And we also talk about the fact that this mascot is not the actual reincarnation of Goofy. So crying over a guy in a dog costume just seems a bit outrageous to me. And it's not even like this costume is rare. This costume is on eBay for $380. I found it, which means she didn't even have to wait 3 years to hug this thing. She could have bought it on eBay and put it on somebody she knows. That's probably a way better option than hugging a random employee at Disney World. If this video gets enough likes, I might actually buy this costume. And just to re-emphasize, adults can go to Disney and have a good time. It's just when they start acting like this, is when people start to think it's strange. And yes, it is strange. She's a grown adult crying over somebody in a costume. How is that normal? And of course, you'll always have your fair share of people trying to justify this behavior, like this video.
See that toxic person? We're walking the other way. See that toxic person? And we're walking the other way. Toxic person, walk the other way. Toxic person, walk the other way. Toxic person, walk the other way. Walk the other way.
But in reality, no one's saying not to have fun. They're saying, don't be weird, don't cause a scene, and act your age. Because it is possible to visit Disney and not look like this. Another group of Disney adults that caught my eye are called plus-sized park hoppers. And their name basically describes who they are, which are plus-sized women who go around Disney and document their experience.
Have you been dying to ride Mater's Junkyard Jamboree at Disney's California Adventure, but you weren't sure if you'd fit? Hey everyone, we're plus-sized.
That shouldn't even be a thing. If you shouldn't even say out of your mouth, and you weren't sure if you could fit. Wait, what? Wait, what? This is the horse drawn carriage, right? We don't want anything. I'm not a big shamer, fat shamer, nothing. If you big and you're happy, you're happy. But hey, I seen a video of there's this rapper, right? She's like 600 pounds, and she was mad at. She tried to sue Uber or something like that. I should do a video on it. But she tried to sue Uber because the driver would not let her in because she was so big. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. What if something happens and you get stuck? Now my day is fucked up. I can't leave. I need to go home to my kids. I can't go home because you're stuck in my backseat. We need the fire department to bring out the jaws of death to rip my roof off my car. I don't want to deal with that, ma'am. I'm sorry. They should have. You cannot be big XL and not order the XL Uber, okay? I'm just gonna keep it real. Don't order the little Prius to come pick you up. And then the girl, she like showed a video of her getting in a Prius to prove to Uber that she could get in the Prius. Girl, that ain't the problem. This is my car. This is my suspension, my shocks, my tires, okay? Uber's not gonna fix that. They're gonna say, oh, your suspension blew out. Okay, well, that's just wear and tear on your car. No, that was the 600-pound girl that got in my car that you guys forced to get in my car. She needs to order XL. Let's just keep it real. She needs to order XL.
Park hoppers, we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus-size Disney tips and tricks.
Now, obviously, elephant in the room, these women are morbidly obese. Now, I'm not going to sit here and name call or make fun of them because I personally just don't like to do that. But what I will say is that a lot of people have a lot to say about this group because on top of the already terrible reputation that Disney adults have, all these women just look very unhealthy. And it's not even just the fact that they look and are unhealthy, it's to the point where they can't even get on certain rides at Disney.
Have you been dying to ride Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey at Universal's Islands of Adventure, but you weren't sure if you could?
It's not gonna work.
Plus-size park hoppers, we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus-size tips and tricks.
There is no tips and tricks. It does not work. The rides were not made for bodies that big. I'm not fat shaming. I'm not telling you what you should do with your body. I'm not telling you how you should be with your body, but how they built and designed the rides, it was not for people over 400 pounds. It's just not how it works, okay? These rides have momentum. It's just not how it works, okay? It's just physics. You have to be able to lock into the seat to ride it. And if the seat does not lock, you can't be upset with Disney because they can't accommodate for you. That's the problem, right? I seen another one where an airline, the girl had to pay for 2 tickets, 2 seats because she was too big for one. Oh, duh. You think imagine you and another person your size, there's 3 seats on a row in some airlines, right? Imagine someone small, my size, in the middle seat. You just pick the seat randomly, and then you got 2 400 or 500-pound people on the sides of you. You're going to be squashed between her like a hot dog and 2 buns. I mean, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny at all. I'm just saying, if you're plus size, you need to get 2 seats. Okay? There's handicap situations that should be considered a handicap. At Disney or any other theme park, you cannot just jump on a ride and you can't expect them to accommodate for your size on their rides when the vast majority of people that go there can fit on the ride. That's just not how it works. But guys, don't shoot the messenger. Let me know your thoughts below.
Lady goes on to explain the ride, explain the location, and everything else dealing with it. And then come times to actually test if they can get on the ride.
Katie in the blue skirt wears a size 3X top and 22 pants, and her hips are 65 inches. The team member was nice enough to help us with the test seat, but unfortunately, even with some pushing, Katie was not able to get the green light for this ride. My name is Stephanie, and I am wearing the gray shorts. I wear a size 2X top and size 20 pants, and my hips are 60 inches. With some help from the team member, I was able to get the green light on this test seat. It definitely wasn't the most comfortable seat ever, but it wasn't the least comfortable at Universal either.
Now, obviously, the woman sounds nice, so it's really hard to hate, but if we're being honest, this is crazy. Like, very crazy. There's no way anybody of that size should even be attempting to get on rides anywhere and feel safe doing it. And it's not even like this was a one-time thing on a ride. This has been multiple rides.
I tried the right test seat first and I did not fit. When I realized the difference, I switched over to the left seat. I will say that this was not the most comfortable roller coaster seat that I've ever sat in. You can tell this by looking at Katie's face. With some help from Katie, I was able to buckle into the modified seating. I am a size 2X and my bra is a 44F. And my pants are a size 20. The chest restraint was definitely a tight squeeze, but it didn't feel terrible. I was honestly completely shocked that I even fit in the test seat, and here I am realizing that it was actually a possibility I might have to ride this thing.
Okay, we're gonna just stop it right there. If you have to force the ride to squeeze you in, that's just not even safe. At that point, Disney should pull the plug. It's not safe. It's not safe because if that seatbelt by tension just breaks and the ride snaps open, you're dead. You're gone. You're gone. There's no living behind that. And so why even take the risk of getting on a ride when it was already a strain to get you in the seat? It's just dangerous. It's just flat out dangerous, you know? But like I said, I'm just the messenger. I'm just the guy that brings you the entertainment behind these videos, okay? That's it. That's it. But let me know your thoughts below. Do you think Disney has a adult problem that needs to be resolved? I think there should be an age limit for Disney unless you have children. If you have children with you, then you can be as old as you want. You can be 80, 90. But if you have no kids, the cutoff limit is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's it. Beyond that, you need to bring kids with you, okay? I'm just saying. But you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.